Amendment Bill of 2020. Let's all confess that this bill is being amended only to see that the achieved targets put forth by Honorable Prime Minister at the Conference of Party 26, so that the Panchamrit, what is proposed by Honorable Prime Minister, have to be reached. This COP 26 has proposed 5 nectar elements. Out of the 5 nectar elements, 3 were quantitative changes. We definitely welcome all the quantitative changes, Honorable Sir. And the first change is to increase the installed capacity of non-fossil sources to 50%. We definitely appreciate that. And the second thing is to reduce the emissions intensity by 45% and to reduce the carbon emissions by 1 billion tons by 2030. Each one of us will definitely welcome all the 3 changes because we are accountable and answerable to the next generation, and we are also answerable to the climatic changes in the future to come. On a plain reading, the bill seems to be okay, but when you look into the practicality, the government of India has 2 obligations, Doctor. First thing is the center should definitely cooperate to the states, and the states' cooperation is definitely should be expected by the center. And second thing, what I would want to learn from the Honorable Minister is how the government of India is planning to prepare itself for the COP and the G20 summit, which is to come up in the next year. The first point, what I said is the cooperation of the states to the center. Though the central government always chants cooperative federalism, it only implements coercive actions because the center will always try to spew venom on the states, especially on a state like Telangana, which is performing excellently well under the dynamic leadership of my Honorable Chief Minister KCR, but it expects nectar from the state. I say nectar because the center is expecting nectar from the state. Why I say is because the way we are contributing to the center and what that we are getting from the state, sir. We are not getting anything from the center. Because when it comes to the hand-holding or expecting some financial assistance, we are being pushed to a corner. And people talk about double-engine sarkars. We really do not need any double-engine sarkar in Telangana, sir, because the single-engine sarkar at Telangana under the leadership of KCR, we are doing excellently well, and we all hope to continue on the same, sir. When it comes to the sector of electricity, it comes under the concurrent list. So both the state and the center should have a say. But when it comes to this point, the center is prevailing to amend the laws, rules and regulations relating to electricity. And it is encroaching upon the states, sir. And Government of India is mandating all the services, including the agriculture consumers. That is, they are trying to put meters at the farmers' level. Most of the states are opposing this because they should have done this by amending the Electricity Act. They are doing this through Electricity Rules 20. They are not amending the Act because even the BJP ruled states also are going to oppose. We from Telangana state, we are strongly opposing this move, sir. Second thing is they are linking up this to 0.5% additional borrowing. How can that be linked to the additional borrowing of 0.5%, sir? The Telangana government is definitely opposing this point also. And second thing, as I discussed about the concurrent list also, when any sector comes under a concurrent list, the government of India can only supersede the state government when it wishes. But see the way the center has prevailed upon and is giving powers to the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission by opening the floodgates to the private sectors to operate in more than one state. We strongly oppose this, sir. When it comes to implementation of non-fossil sources, we definitely welcome this. But my concern is, how is that the renewable power purchase obligation of the states is going to be addressed? Because each state has its own limitations, each state has its own commitments, which are already committed long time back. If we come up with a common RPPO unit, then the burden on the states also is going to go up. Especially in a state like Telangana, the burden will go up from 8.5% to 21%, which will be a huge burden on the consumer and also on the GENCOs also, sir. I don't understand how one size will fit all the work, sir. The minister has to explain about this. The last point is when it comes to the State Reorganization Act, under Section 93 of AP Reorganization Act, basically the GENCO, which was supposed to produce power in both the states, the power was supposed to be shared with a ratio of 54:46. But the government of Andhra Pradesh has stopped supplying the power which is generated in Andhra Pradesh, sir, in spite of conditions put by Southern Regional Load Dispatch Center. I request the concerned minister and the Honorable Prime Minister to please look into this and advise the government of Andhra Pradesh to look into that, sir. The final point, sir. Everything we talk so high about the electric vehicles. We really appreciate that because it will definitely control and contain the emissions. But if you look into the number of vehicles being sold, it is almost around 3 lakhs only. Because the target which suppose the number of the vehicles which are going to go up, the target, the big condition will be the supply of the batteries. As per the Indian Energy Outlook, we are going to need 50 more lithium mines for this, 60 nickel mines and 20 cobalt mines. I request the Honorable Minister from Mines, how is that they are planning to achieve these targets? With these observations, I request the Honorable Minister to please look into the suggestions made by Government of Telangana. Thank you, sir.
The deliberation on the energy